Skip. Oh, damn. Come on, yo.
What's up, We back at it again. The Y'all Heard What I Said Sports and Entertainment Podcast. Diesel D here with Tell and Darren, aka They Don't Want None, going back over the sports and entertainment world. We're here to talk about a couple things that happened over the last few weeks with Raw, NXT, and SmackDown in the WWE realm. We'll start with the July 27th, 2020 episode of Raw with a few interesting key points. We did have a triple threat match to determine the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships to fight the Street Profits at Summerslam, as it was between Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, the Viking Raiders, and Andrade and Angel Garza with Selena Vega. This was a great hard-hitting match, and at the end, Andrade and Garza got away with the victory. Guys, how you felt about that?
Yeah, fam.
Yeah! It don't matter. Other than that, another high point. We had Randy Orton coming in to make his confrontation with the Scottish Psychopath, as he will challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, and it's promoted. You'll never see it coming. This was a good confrontation. Randy Orton he's one of the greatest in the business. Promos, athleticism, performance. He's a legend. But he's not just a legend. He's the legend killer as well. And he's been doing it over the last couple of weeks. But he's
problem. Orton delivered, and Drew McIntyre came right back at him. And as Darren and Junior said, they've been both at the top of their game the whole year. All their feuds have been very good, and it's going to be a very good match. And I also have Randy Orton coming up.
Well, they pick Randy Orton. We'll get to predictions as we get closer to the pay-per-view. But right now, I'm calling it. Vince McMahon is going to still determine that Drew McIntyre is his chosen one. He's going to keep it. The main event of that Raw. Finally, Stephanie McMahon put it into proportion. We had Asuka going up against the Blueprint, the Standard, the legit boss, Sasha Banks. This was a good match. But as we knew there were going to be some things going on with the departure of Kairi Sane leaving the company, so to write her off, they had the role model, the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley, attack Kairi Sane in the back, giving her a career-ending injury, which caused Asuka to give up on the match and care about her friend. We back, guys. Coming back in, we're going to talk about the last couple episodes of NXT from 2 weeks ago. We started off the show with a confrontation on the Pat McAfee show with Adam Cole, the former NXT champion on there and the leader of the Undisputed Era, in which McAfee started annoying him by telling him he was too small, he's never going to be able to get to the big show and get it done, and Adam Cole just went off and just went at McAfee, started cussing him, vulgar language. How y'all felt about that?
It was crazy. I remember Pat McAfee used to play for my favorite team, the Colts, but then after he retired...
Pat McAfee, former All-Pro punter for the Indianapolis Colts. He was great when he wasn't no scrub.
This is crazy because McAfee been down talking on the Undisputed Era, especially Adam Cole, since he been doing stuff with WWE. I still remember that one live event that was in Indiana, I believe, when McAfee came out the crowd, and I think when the Undisputed Era people was fighting, he helped the other people win. So it's been going on for over a year almost. And it's finally going to come to wishing that TakeOver 30.
Yeah, we'll get to more McAfee and Adam Cole later.
The Undisputed Era is the main reason why you've succeeded. But by the way, smart. That's good business. Hey, that's business, baby. That's very smart. Well, and especially for you, because, you're kind of small.
Oh, we're going to go with the size thing now.
Fuck you, Pat. Whoa. Seriously, I'm sick of your shit. I come the whole way here, take time away from my family to come to do your stupid fucking show. And you're gonna continue to disrespect me over. Don't touch
Whoa!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
No, fuck you. Get out of
Piece
here.
of shit!
You all right? What the fuck is wrong with that guy?
Wow.
I mean, a lot happened here very quickly. Was I being condescending to him?
No, compliment him.
I didn't think so either. I thought I was just pointing out the facts. Have we ever been that disrespected in our own studio before? No. No. That's why I haven't had him on the show, though, by the way.
Smart.
Because you don't know what this guy. You have no idea what this guy.
Fucking loose cannon.
I mean, we're having a good conversation. We're up and running, and boom, all of a sudden, he's right here. Fuck me, fuck you. This pushes Ty, who's got colitis. And we even talk about that. And then he storms off. What's he doing now? Breaking shit out in the office?
We also had a single match between the vet, I'm glad to see her here, Mercedes Martinez, going up against Shotzi Blackheart. She got it done, and she continues. She got it done and got the win, and she continues her tour with the Robert Stone brand. We also had a triple threat match to determine the next person in the NXT ladder match to determine the new NXT North American champion at NXT 30, as we had Dexter Lumis going up against the Prince, Finn Balor, and the grizzled Timothy Thatcher, in which Dexter Lumis pulled out the victory, and he's on his way.
Cool, Undisputed Era stuff with him. Band under the ring, ready to help double team at any time. So, and him messing with Roger Strong. So I thought it was Lumis time.
I agree.
This next episode of NXT, we open up the show with a #1 contenders match to determine the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship to verse Io Shirai at NXT TakeOver 30. As the Nightmare Rhea Ripley went up against Dakota Kai. This was a decent match. They went back and forth, and at the end, it was from the Robert Stone brand, Mercedes Martinez attacking Rhea Ripley from behind, costing her the match, helping Dakota Kai get on her way to NXT TakeOver 30. Guys, how you feel?
I thought that was going to happen.
We also had Legado del Fantasma attack Breezango. This is obviously heading into a match of some sorts. I don't know, 3-on-3 or one of Breezango going up against Santos Escobar, or if it'll be Wild. And they obviously invested the NXT champion Keith Lee in a single match against Cameron Grimes, in which after the match was over, he was confronted once again by the #1 contender, Karrion Kross, on the big screen. And you know what it is. TikTok, apparently, for the Limitless one. Yeah.
Keith Lee hasn't had the belt that long, and Karrion Kross is getting built up real fast after he destroyed Tommaso Ciampa at the last takeover. I don't know.
Kross, I've always been a fan of Killer Kross. They kept him undefeated for a reason. Maybe this is his time to go down, but we'll see.
Right. I feel like if Keith Lee do lose, that made his time to come up to the main roster.
Also, I'm undecided on who I think will win too, because both have looked very strong in the recent months. Keith Lee became the NXT champion. Karrion Kross looked very great as he dominated Tommaso Ciampa in his debut match. So we'll see where it is.
Hell no! Trash ass nigga!
We ended off NXT with an NXT Tag Team title match in which Imperium defended their titles against Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish from Undisputed Era. This was a good-ass match. And then out of nowhere, we get the European bomb from the Imperium. They keep the titles, even with Adam Cole and Strong at ringside. After that, we had a big confrontation from Pat McAfee, who beat the hell out of Adam Cole. Guys,
He really beat the hell out of him.
He just punted him
while he was laying on the announce.
he did. I hate man. Yeah. But guys, that's it for our NXT review. We'll be right back. We back, guys, on the SmackDown. 2 weeks ago, we opened up the show with the phenomenal one, the Intercontinental Champion, the House. They don't want none. AJ
Styles.
AJ Styles defended his title against Championship. As Bayley defended her title against Nikki Cross.
Again,
the role model contained her, and she kept her title. The main interesting point was after the match, in which Nikki Cross started to have a meltdown, pushed Alexa and left her in the ring. After that, the lights went dim. And dim. And off. And who was there in the flesh? Let me in. The Fiend. And he played around a little bit. We back, guys. The next following Raw. Once again, we had another confrontation. Well, we're not going to say confrontation. We had a battle of promos between the Viper and the Scottish Psychopaths as they continue to gear up towards SummerSlam. Also, we had the debut of a new masked group named Retribution. Really not sure what to think about this yet. It's like a generic great value Nexus. They come in breaking everything, but unlike Nexus, they don't look like they have any good wrestling skills for what they doing. So, I mean, I'll give promos and kudos to Michael Cole and Corey Graves over the last couple of weeks. They've been selling the shit out of, over the last episode, they've been selling the shit out of this Retribution. To me, they don't look that tough, but we'll see. Other than that, one of the other big key moments of this Raw was the best in the world. I'm not going to butcher it because Greg Hamilton gets it right. But we had Shane McMahon return, and he said he has something new, something gritty coming to Raw, coming to WWE. And it was announced that it was new Raw Underground coming. It's kind of like, you seen how they had the fight pit in NXT with Matt Riddle and Thatcher. It's something like that where it's no rules. You just straight grind and mug it out until somebody says, I don't want to fight anymore. We had the show off when the Kid State's finest amateur wrestlers on there. We had Eric from the Viking Raiders on there. We had Babatunde from NXT. We ain't seen him since he was on that Main Event movie on Netflix. I don't know what they doing with his big ass. And then we also had one of the last weeks, the Hurt Business, a.k.a. from Impact Wrestling, the B.
Because like during the pandemic, it's been some of the same people and they're using new people in there. And like we were saying, this is the good way for the Hurt Business to also make their mark on Raw Underground.
Business. Let's not forget, we also seen Tozawa become the 24/7 champion. I'm pretty sure R-Truth would be the 40-time champion by SummerSlam, but guys, that's our analysis of the last couple of episodes of Raw. We'll be right back. We're going to fast forward right to the next episode, though, as we opened up with a match in which Sheamus went up against the original bro, Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle attacked again by Shorty G, costing Sheamus the match, and Miss Matt Riddle wins by disqualification, confirming that Shorty G is now turning heel. Yeah. Sheamus was irate. He took it out on Shorty G, gave him 2 bro kicks, and later on, we had a singles match right after, in which Corbin went up against Jeff Hardy. As soon as Jeff Hardy got threw out the ring, right out of nowhere, a bro kick from Sheamus as he was irate.
The third one of the night.
But Shorty G interrupted his. So now him and Corbin have a competition going on. Guys, how you feel?
It was so funny. He's like, what you think you're doing, fella? That's not my match.
Hey.
So hot going on.
Hey. I enjoyed that.
Later on, we had the dirt sheet in which we had Sonya Deville talking about how she's going to get her time to shine after taking out Mandy. But later on, a couple minutes later, Mandy comes out and gets it on with her. Gets it on. But Mandy seems to somehow get the best of her until Heavy Machinery comes out. This turns into a 2-on-2 match in which John Morrison and The Miz go up against Heavy Machinery. How you guys feel about that match? Oh, yeah. You heard him. Stakes. And I feel like we might have a 6-man tag next week. We also had a confrontation in the back between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, and this got ugly. I mean, Sonya Morgan and as it continuing to grow, and you need more women superstars. So just let them keep doing what they do. Also, I got the big muscle from the Power of Positivity. Big E on the singles run had a singles match against The Miz. Man, Big E's been doing this. He's been doing this. Tag team or none, he got the W. How you guys feel?
I felt it was a very good match. Morrison continued to try to cheat for the Miz or distract Big E. He did it like 3 different times. He even kicked out from a kick from Morrison in the Star Crusher finale, and then he got tossed to the back from the referee, and he finished it with a submission hold. What do you call that?
Submission.
Oh, the stretch muffler submission. We had Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, making his first televised entrance at the Performance Center. I like the entrance, it was incredible. It went to a short break, came back, and he was in the ring with Alexa Bliss. At this time, he pretty much did the same movements, same motions he did last week on SmackDown, where he manipulated as if he was ready to attack Alexa, showing him the hurt hand and glove. And then as he went in and told that there will be the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus the Universal Champion Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Other than that, the main event of SmackDown was very peculiar scene as the new group that we seen on Raw, Retribution, destroyed the SmackDown set. Kudos to Michael Cole, Corey Graves, hella acting for selling the performance of Retribution.
And the camera guys.
And the camera guy, hella acting, angle cuts.
was different.
Man, Michael Cole got out of there. Graves ducked under a back swing, got out of there. They took out some NXT development talent, which, I mean, to me, it wasn't that exciting. They didn't do that as much to make me believe these people was getting knocked out.
Just some type of new angle.
They destroyed the ring, cut the ropes just like the Nexus did.
That was the funniest part. That chainsaw came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I just started hearing the noise. Like, where did they get a chainsaw from?
Yeah. So, I mean, in my opinion, I don't really have any perspective on what's going on with Retribution. I'm going to wait to see